This is the What's New guide for Impact Engine for February 2011. Starting off with our Pencil Expander new template, we've added some new features in here which enable you to add custom click-through hit areas to your ad. So currently, or in the past, you've had one click-through hit area. Whether you click on the collapsed or expanded area, it's basically one click-through link. Well, in response to your feedback, we've added some more flexibility to this ad, which enables you to do a lot more with it. So we'll go ahead into the campaigns and go ahead and log into the builder for the Pencil Expander ad. And these features are all live. Anytime you add a new version of this ad to your gallery, you're going to see these new options. So as always, you just have the two text fields. Media, everything's going to look the same. Collapsed image, you expand here, the expanded image. Or if you come down to the bottom, you can upload a collapsed or expanded SWF file. What's new is when you click on Step 5 Settings, all of your standard settings are going to remain the same all the way down through selecting the size, selecting image or SWF file. And prior to this, the last option was to disable the background click-through hit area. So what that would do in essence, if we put yes, that would turn off the ability to click through at all in the ad. And the reason we had built that in there was so you could upload, if you uploaded custom SWF files and wanted to build in multiple click-through links into those SWF files, you could do that without having the basically our hit area overlay on top. But what we've done now is added the ability to insert up to 4 additional custom click-through hit areas. And we're going to do this, by the first one, option is activate custom hit area 1. We're going to switch this to yes. So that's going to turn on your first custom hit area. And what you would do is come over to the media area and go into Photoshop or a tool, whatever you use to build your images. So instead of this standard custom image, I just built a button that's part of the image itself into here. And again, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas that basically entice users to roll over or click on a specific area. And we go ahead and upload it to our gallery, which I've already done. And now I'm going to, actually no, I need to still upload it. So we'll go ahead and upload this to our gallery. Click upload as always, and then finished. And now we have our new image that we can select with a button in here. So we'll go ahead and use that image. And now when I preview, what you'll see is, just like before, the same ad. And because we haven't actually denoted a size and shape for a new click-through hit area, anytime I click on here, it's just going to take me to Google, which is what we have in here as a standard for our original main click-through URL. But we can now come down here to activate custom hit area. I put in yes, and it says, well, how big do you want this? Well, I'm going to want it approximately the same size and shape as the button we just popped in here. So that's 300 by 50. And then it asks you, okay, where do you want this custom hit area to be positioned on the page? Your options are how far right do you want it, starting at the left-hand side of the template. So I know I've configured it to be 20 pixels to the right. And then the next question is how far down from the top do you want this hit area to be? And in this instance, I want it 280 pixels down from the top. And now, again, you do the same if you wanted custom hit area 2. You denote the height and width, and then the distance from the top and the distance from the right. And at the bottom, you'll notice there's a testing mode activation that you're going to want to turn on at first. So I put yes here. And if I come to colors, you'll see that there's an option here to denote what color you want this. This is, again, just for testing purposes, so we can make it red, green, or whatever we want. And when I preview now, you'll see that when the ad opens, it's overlaid this little preview window in essence. So obviously you're going to turn that off when the ad goes live, but this allows you to make sure you've positioned your click-through hit area correctly. So what we'll do is we'll come in here so we can test this and actually put in a click-through. And we'll use, in this instance, Yahoo for that instead of Google, just so we can see the difference. And if you don't get it right the first time, that's great. You just come in here and reset. So let's say we made it too far to the right. We put it 50, or even make it more noticeable, 200 pixels over to the right. Now when I preview this ad, you're going to see, as always, the ad will just display with your custom images, but you'll see the hit area has now been shifted too far to the right. So if I click anywhere in here, I'm going to go to Google, but if I click on the hit area here, it's going to take me to Yahoo instead, which is where we're at. Again, that allows you to position this click-through hit area, and now if I click anywhere outside of here, it's going to take me to Google. You can also, as we showed you before, turn off the background click-through hit area. So if you want to disable this, yes, and preview the ad, you'll see that now if there is no click-through, you notice my mouse is still a triangle, and only when I roll over the click-through hit area it turns into a hand. So that's basically it. You set up your different hit areas, and obviously before you deploy it, you're going to make sure you turn off the hit area preview, and then it's just a transparent. It'll still show up when your mouse rolls over, so that it'll look like when you roll over the button that it is a hit area to click through on. The other small thing that's an option when you're in here, and we get a lot of requests on this, is you'll notice there's 3 options here in media for uploading a custom close button. And so people often ask as well, what about a custom open button? Well, if you want to use custom open and close buttons, the best thing to do is simply upload a transparent PNG or GIF for this at 100 by 30 for each of these 3 images. So you just have 3 different images, just make them clear and transparent. And then what you do is simply upload your collapsed image with a little close button, or excuse me, open button in the size and shape of 100 pixels by 30, which is what the hit area is going to be with that transparency on top of it. And then you'll upload a custom expanded image and build the close button right into the expanded image. So that's a way to kind of put your own custom buttons in there, and it's simple just to upload that transparency inside these 3 options. So that's what's new. As always, if you have questions, give us a call at 866-467-2289.